Are you struggling with caching in ASP.NET Core? You're not alone. Many developers face this challenge, especially when transitioning from older versions. Today, we're going to simplify per-request caching for you. I completely understand how frustrating it can be when your old code doesn't work in a new environment. You might be thinking, how do I access my database easily without HTTP context? Trust me, this is a common hurdle. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, how can I achieve per-request caching in ASP.NET Core without HTTP context? They want to access their current DB method easily from anywhere. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this. So what's the issue here? In ASP.NET Core, HTTP context is not as easily accessible as it was before. This can make per-request caching a bit tricky, but don't worry, we'll explore some effective alternatives. And stick around. I have a fantastic solution at the end that will make your caching process seamless and efficient. To achieve per-request caching in ASP.NET Core, the user should start by creating a middleware that will handle the database connection for each request. This middleware will store the database instance in the HTTP context. Next, the user should implement the middleware. In the middleware, they will check if the database instance already exists in the HT context. If it does not, they will create a new instance and store it. After implementing the middleware, the user needs to register it in the startup class. This ensures that the middleware runs for each incoming request. Finally, the user can access the current DB method from anywhere in their application by retrieving it from the HTTP context. This allows for easy access to the database instance throughout the request lifecycle. Fun fact, did you know that caching can improve your application's performance by up to 100 times? It's like giving your app a turbo boost. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggested by a user involves using a static variable along with middleware. The middleware would check and set the database information at the start of each request, while the static variable would store this value for easy access. Another simpler method proposed is to inject or pass the IHTTP context accessor as a parameter. This allows for minimal changes, but requires passing the IHTTP context accessor service from each calling method. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always ensure your caching strategy aligns with your application's needs. This will save you time and headaches in the long run. And there you have it. You now have a solid approach to per-request caching in ASP.NET Core. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.